Well, look at us, running the clam.
Joe, why are you dressed like that?
Because I'm a mixologist.
Oh, cool. What can you make?
You name it, I can make it.
Could I get an old-fashioned?
Classic. Rum and Coke coming right up.
And could I get a Moscow Mule?
Rum and Coke for my comrade.
I'll have a whiskey
Rum,
sour.
Coke coming right up.
Could I get a rum and Coke?
Pepsi okay?
Welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
I got scared. I dropped my hot pocket.
I'm drinking rum.
It's Rum and Nerdy.
I'm drinking rum.
The time has come.
I'm drinking rum.
So grab a glass, some ice, your bottle, cause we're about to drink some rum.
Kicking like I usually do, drinking.
I'm drinking rum.
Here's Greg and Garrick.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Rum and Nerdy. I'm Greg.
And I'm Garrick.
And this is episode 5.05, McLaren Senna.
Ooh, it's a fun car.
Waka, waka, waka. Yeah. And we are back in Fort Lauderdale. We're going to the Mai Kai this evening. Hopefully we're going to catch the show, right? But we're actually down on the river with our buddy Tom, Typhoon Tommy.
Hello.
Or Tahitian Tommy. He loves it when I get that wrong. Anyway, and another special guest. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Cory Star.
And Cory, tell us why it is that we've let you come and hang out with us. What is it that you do?
I drink rum all the time. I'm assuming that's why. But
you had me at rum all the time.
I'm a beverage director down at the Mai Kai.
Yes, we're finally going to go see it, and we're excited.
I mean, Tommy, don't get me wrong. You have a lot of Mai Kai information, but beverage director, he might have you beat.
Well, I mean, he wouldn't have a place to work if it wasn't for me.
Fair.
Yeah, because nobody else would have done that.
And we
it wouldn't have done as good, but somebody would.
I'll take that.
And we also have another very special guest, the box of rum.
The box of rum. Yeah, that like we mentioned that we got this the last time we were down here, like in October.
It was a while ago.
We bought that box. It's the Hampton
single Jamaican rum.
Yeah,
the 8 Marks collection.
Yeah. So we're going to try this, and then in between trying it, we're going to ask questions about Cory, your background and where you came from and how you came to this position, and like a little bit of updates. There's part of me wish that we would have recorded this after we get to go, but then we'll just give us another thing to record.
Yeah.
We were going to do the Ask Rum and Nerdy today, but this is worth putting off.
Absolutely. We've been threatening this box review for a while now.
Yeah. So real fast, and then we'll get into it. The 8 Marks Collection Tasting Kit. With the 8 Marks Collection, Hampton Estate presents the first ever opportunity to taste all the specific identities of Hampton Marks in succession. This tasting tool offers the ultimate opportunity to deeply understand the 8 Marks and what makes each unique. It contains information on the 8 different combinations of raw materials and processes and some significant data on data extracted from the extensive chemical analysis. You lost me at chemistry. We're going to drink rum, and I'm going to give you some letters that means that, like, the first one we're going to do is OWH. And it stands for "Oh, what the hell." I don't think that's going to stand for. I don't know. As a mixologist, do you know what that means?
I don't know what that one means.
You don't have the definitions on there? Okay.
It just said, OWH is one of the 2 newer marks of Hampton, created by the Hussey family in the early 2010s. It is the lightest mark, but already an aromatic expression true to the Hampton style.
Yeah, it's actually labeled Outram Warmold Hussey. That's the OWM.
What'd you call me?
Yeah, exactly.
You heard him. Okay, so
Outram Warmold Hussey.
Yeah, I don't know what
that means. Oh wow, Hamden.
Oh shit.
Well, that almost
you should, cut the wrapper back before you do that.
Holy crap! Do you have a knife I can steal?
Hey, Kniffy.
So the cork is just wrappered on.
And the bartender pulls a knife out of his pocket.
Yeah,
that makes
there
sense.
You go. I'm gonna shank this rum bottle.
Okay, while he's pouring this, so Cory, and I terrible at names. I got that right, Cory. So Cory, you recruited. You said you were at Outer Banks.
Yes.
And you moved to Florida. I mean, I guess this is an opportunity, right? But you said earlier when we were talking, you said like this was something when you had heard that it closed that you're like, hey, I might want to do that one day, right?
Yeah, I was down here at Hukilau a couple, 2-3 years ago. I don't know. I was talking.
What is Hukilau?
Hukilau is a tiki event that happens once a year, tightly like close with the Mai Kai in particular. But a bunch of tiki bars from around the country, a bunch of tiki nerds from around the country come and hang out.
Tiki Con.
Exactly. So it's really cool. But with my other bars, I've always came and hung out with 3 Dots and a Dash and Tiki Tatsuya. We always came down.
So you were at 3 Dots and a Dash.
Mm-hmm.
And see, I made a funny about it earlier. I didn't know that.
You did. Yeah.
We do enjoy 3 Dots and a Dash.
I was actually in 3 Dots once, just by myself. It like happened to be in Chicago for a meeting, and I went over there and got a drink. And I was talking to one of the bartenders. It was interesting because it was the first bar I've ever been in where they batched tiki drinks and put them through the nozzle. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. But we were talking, and he's like, yeah, this guy was like, yeah, I'm super into the tiki community. I go to all these things. And it's like, I'm like, yeah, I'm down in Florida. He goes, do you know this guy named Typhoon Tommy? And he ended up giving me a couple free drinks because I knew him.
Because he had to put up with him.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I haven't got any free drinks out of knowing you.
Well, today.
I've gotten free drinks from knowing you.
Okay, so here we are.
Here you go. Free rum for knowing me.
There you go.
This one, raw materials is molasses, high, cane juice, vinegar, none, dunder, none. I hate
No dunder.
No dunder, water, high. Okay, there you go.
So clear rum.
Smells kind of
Cory,
like
what are you smelling?
Band-Aids.
I'm gonna go to the professional here. Usually it's just us idiots making shit up. I'm getting bison grass. How about you?
Yeah, this smells like leather and grapes. I mean raisin. No, what do you got?
There's a unique smell that Hampton always has. When you're like driving up to the distillery, there's like papaya trees everywhere.
Yeah.
So I always initially I don't know if I necessarily get that. It's like this fruit punch of like, they always have this like rotten fruit punch essence like Hampton does to me. And everybody's like, oh, bananas, pineapples, yada, yada. But it's more of just like an amalgamation of things that I usually get on it. So this one, smell. I mean, obviously it's lighter than some of the other marks because we're starting at the low end.
Yeah.
Spicy.
By the way, these are all double retort pot stilled. Every one of them is.
What'd you call me?
You heard me.
You're not just retort, you're double retort.
Double retort.
There's no dead wash. Alcoholic fermentation 3.
My favorite part of the rum tasting was when Greg refers to the chart. I'll have to take a picture
It included a chart. I needed to I should read from it. What do you think, Tom?
It's hot, for sure.
But not initially. It's like hot in the throat, not necessarily on the tongue.
Yeah, I'm getting like tongue heat, like
really,
like spicy. Yeah. It's delicious.
What would you do with this? Because this isn't a sipper.
This is a daiquiri. This is a
daiquiri.
Yeah, this is a DAC. If you're gonna not just drink it straight, it's definitely a delicious DAC drink because it kind of has that bird kind of funk to it.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. For me, if I was going to use it in a cocktail, it akens more to like an agricole style to me.
Okay.
In that sense, where it does have that freshness, it has that kind of grassy. It does have some grassy tones to it, honestly. And
he's picking on you. That bison grass was a thing we read once in a review, and we just always refer to it.
For some reason, it's the funniest thing we've ever read in a review. Yeah. Also, I just want to say that out of everyone's opinion here, I think Cory's is really the one I trust the most. And I want. Yeah. Hey, Tom, what do you think? Yeah, that's great. Cory.
Yeah. Better than Bacardi. Moving on.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
We're chugging all these.
Do you need a palate cleanser? Or?
That's for wimps.
I also feel like we should wash these out.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Hey, hit pause. I'm going to go get a thing. Or you can vamp.
I'll vamp for a second. Whew. That last check. So I'm going to palate cleanse with some Coke Zero, which kind of makes it an IKEA rum and Coke. I gave my liver the ingredients and let it handle it from there. I didn't seem like it when we were setting up. I'm kind of an asshole when I'm setting up. But once I hit record and I start drinking, I'm hilarious. You can help me vamp, too. You don't have to put all the pressure on me.
You're doing so good on your own. I don't know.
Well, why don't you tell the story of why half of your fingernails are all purple? It's not it's not like you got a mani-pedi. Like that's.
I have one middle finger that has I smashed it. About 2 months ago.
Yeah, those things take forever to go away.
And now it's slowly growing out, and it looks like I have a turd on my nail.
Yeah.
And a little dent in it, too, I just noticed.
Is it from the bird out there? What do you call the bird?
Turdy.
Turdy, because he poops on everything.
Oh, it's not Turdy.
That's not Turdy?
No, I did.
Yeah, that's Turdy. Yeah.
Yeah, he was up in the nest when we walked in from the brunch. By the way, while he's doing the rinsing thing, we all came down because we're celebrating something.
Yes, it is my 5-year anniversary today.
Yeah. Yours alone?
Oh, and my wife, I guess.
Okay, well, that makes more sense.
Okay, what do we have next, Greg?
We have LFCH, which stands for...
Let's fucking chug Hampton.
Yes, that's where I was kind of going there with you as you read it. I'm like, yeah, more accurate.
Lawrence Francis Close Hussey?
What'd you call me?
Yeah, that almost sounds worse.
Yeah.
Distilled and bottled in 2022, made from molasses.
So LFCH is the other newer mark created by the Hussey family. Like OWH, it's made only with molasses, but through a longer fermentation. It develops a complex balance of many different esters. Esther, that is a terrible woman's name.
Here you go, Esther.
Oh, what'd you call me?
We need to get like a little clock counter in the corner every time Tommy makes that joke.
Yeah. Okay. What do we think? Back to the nose. Cleanse your palate. I had a really good IKEA drink joke while you were gone. You can listen to the episode to hear it. What do you think?
Smells warm.
Smells warm. Smells
It's
warm.
a potty. Like we should talk more.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard.
It's hard. It's hard when you're using your
I'm just
face
throwing it
for
out to
things.
you.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's my.
I just smelled the mic, so.
It smells like Tommy's beard.
You know what? Way smoother, way better. Sweet. It's almost got not like a honey flavor, but like that honey natural sweetness to it.
And pepper. It tastes peppery.
I get no pepper.
I get the honey for sure.
It's just got that smooth. Oh, there's a little bit of burn. It took me a minute, but like down in the throat, down here. Go ahead, say it.
Do I have to?
No. I saw like your head whipped around like. I'm gonna. Can't
The
say.
restraint that Tommy is showing on this episode.
I'm just hitting all the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
Now we need that Taco Bell going. Dong. Okay, so what do you think? Talk to us, Cory. Mixologist extraordinaire.
So this one I'm semi-familiar with, at least, because they did release these like single things before.
Yeah.
But they were aging them a little bit. So, like I said, it is a little smoother than the last one, even though it's got a little higher ester count and that kind of thing. But I think it's a tried and true recipe they've been doing forever, right?
Yeah. What would you make with this, or what do you traditionally see made with this rum?
All of these are good on daiquiris. I can tell you that already.
Like a Hemingway?
With the honey, I'm thinking more of like a Daisy de Santiago vibe. So like a little bit of yellow chartreuse in there, kind of like lift it up a little bit. And then it's going to get some like enhance some of those like maybe pineapple flavors that might be in there a little bit. Yeah. So I think something like that.
So
some Tempest Fusion.
The the first one, the OWH. I keep wanting to say it backwards. OWH. How do you feel about that one for like a mojito or something? Like, it feels like that one is kind of just got.
I could see just because like I was picking up some grassy tones on it, and I like a little bit of that kind of note with the green, like the mintiness.
Mm-hmm.
I could see it working. I like trying weird things with mojitos, anyways. Like,
yeah,
I think it's cool. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
What's a weird thing you would do to? I'm a huge mojito guy, so what's a weird thing you would do with a mojito?
I think adding any of these rums to a mojito would be pretty weird.
What's your example of the right rum for a mojito? Just like blanket statement.
And not even professional. Like you're at your house, you're making a mojito. What are you grabbing off the shelf?
Probitas. I think what we used to do at 3 Dots was we used a blend of Atlantico, Neeson, and Ray Nephew and/or Rumfire, depending on when we had it. So we did
Rumfire. I've not heard a lot of people mention that one.
So we would use that, and then Atlantico. Like strangely enough, it's not something I'd normally use in a cocktail, but it had like vanilla added to it in a certain way. So like it worked really well with the daiquiri or mojito in that kind of sense. So
yeah, I don't make a lot of mojitos at the house. When I had, I'd use the Rondel Barrilito 3-star. Was pretty solid, and I'd imagine that it would be pretty good with the Plantation 3-star as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, those are pretty standard.
Well, we're also not mixologists.
Yeah. I like adding a little bit of funk to it. A little bit of funk to the mojito helps.
Yeah. No, for sure. I know Garrick drinks a lot more of those. I drink the hell out of, since we did it on the show, I drink the hell out of Hemingway daiquiris. Like, just a ton.
I'm very particular about my Hemingways, so I don't drink them out very often. But I think Mai Kai, not today, but very soon we'll have like a variation or an actual Hemingway on the menu. So
the Tommy daiquiri.
No, my wife's daiquiri is the good one.
I like that sound.
Yeah, this is one of his superpowers is fullying the cork, or fullying in general. Like last week, because we had those little samplers, he was unscrewing them, but he was like rattling that lid to get as much noise.
I was trying to get across any resemblance to noise out of those stupid perfume bottle things we were cracking open.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do we have up next?
It's a Georgian rum last week. I forgot what it's called. Land something.
Like from the Republic of Georgia?
No,
or
from like Georgia. Like there's
state?
They grow their own sugar cane and soup to nuts make it all there.
Yeah.
Anyway. How hard is it to grow sugarcane in Georgia?
Apparently,
I don't have
native.
I don't have an agricultural background.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you did.
I'm really good at killing plants.
If you need an engineer.
Yeah, if you need plants to die, I can do that for you.
Yeah. Okay, so next we got the LROK, which sounds like a radio station from Chicago. You're listening to LROK. Latin rock music.
That's okay.
Yeah.
LR's okay.
Yeah.
LR's okay. Okay, this is the light rum Owen Kelly.
There you go. LROK is a historical mark created in the late 19th century and dedicated to the Owen Kellen family, owners of Hampton Estate at the time. From LROK onward, all raw materials are used. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what the words mean.
Oh, is this like are all of these in a natural progression of process?
Yeah, this is. Yeah, I think it's just from like the lighter ones to the holy shit.
I apologize for that one. That one's a little full.
Woo. Yeah, give that to the guy whose stomach is bothering him. And just think, after this one, we still have 5 more.
And we're going to the Mai Kai.
I know. This is like Mai Kai pregame.
Oh.
I get to work.
So this one, out of all, this one smells pretty medicinal. I mean, it's like medicine-y.
This one's kind of got Trinidad notes to me.
On the nose.
Yeah. It's like that Corona nose a little, which is my favorite.
Interesting.
This one's got that sweetness again. But it just, that sweetness and the warmth just melted through my mouth.
I mean, we're progressing up double ester count probably from last time.
Talking to the microphone.
Oh, sorry. Progressing double ester count from last time.
Okay.
Can you describe what that means to everybody? Because we're using science terms, and we're usually not scientists on this stuff.
All right. I mean, ester count for, I guess, just the normal person is just what different flavors are coming out or what types of different flavors and how many are there in a certain thing. Some rums are trying to get rid of that ester count. Some rums are trying to make a lot of those. So, and you get that a lot of the ester count through fermentation and things like that. So
Interesting. I like the fact that we can put a numerical value to taste.
And science! Sorry. I didn't yell that straight into the microphone, so I hope it worked.
I appreciate you not doing that.
Yeah. We are in a large stone echoey room, so.
Right? There's a lot of hard surfaces in here.
Heck yes, there are.
I'm setting them up. You finally knock one down.
yeah, come on. That's too easy.
Okay, so what else do you think? Other than there's a whole lot of ester.
I think this is getting into that like true Jamaican kind of funk feel.
Yeah.
Like I think we're getting into that instead of. I think the other ones are the two previous are a little bit of base layers and kind of like opening up the canvas for what Jamaican rum really is, whereas this is kind of getting into that like realm of what people kind of think.
That's a really good way of putting it, because you're right. If you're going through a Jamaican rum tasting, it's like we finally hit the rubber hit the road with this one.
Like kind of almost not literally yet. I think we are going to get some rubber pretty soon, but the tires are screeching.
Ooh.
Oops.
Rubber being my favorite of all the tasting notes.
It is mine, actually.
Okay, while he's prepping the next one.
There's a mosquito in here somewhere, and I'm really
There
excited
is.
about
It was
it.
buzzing by me earlier.
Yeah, it's bit me like 3 times.
Yeah. It's good luck.
Maybe he just got.
I heard.
If getting bit by mosquitoes is good luck, then I'm a blessed individual.
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming if he. Oh, holy shit! That is a monster yacht. That is.
God.
Wow.
It's like there's a skyscraper that fell over sideways moving past us.
Yeah,
It's called Valhalla.
Yeah,
I believe it.
crap.
Clearly, that's Valhalla. Okay.
Oh, it's being directed by a little harbor master. Holy shit! I'm sorry.
It's like those little tugs.
I've seen that little thatched roof tiki bar boat thing float by here at least a dozen times, and now to see that hotel cruise by.
Yeah, what's crazy is the water is only about 50 feet across here. So those huge yachts barely
Yeah, they barely make it.
make it.
But I hear if you go snorkeling out there, there's some good shit. Anyway, so Corey, while he's prepping everything and we're getting ready to go to number 4, which would be the halfway point, Mai Kai menu right now, like I know even when you guys first started doing the restoration, the first time Garrick and I came down, we both ended up buying a couple jugs of various pre-mixed stuff and took it home. They're little plastic jugs. I
laughed,
and I'm trying to. I don't remember what. I know we got Mai Tai.
I got Black Magic.
Black Magic. Like there's, I think you got 2, and then I got one that you had. So between the two of us, we took them 3. Anyway, what's your favorite drink, or what's a drink that you've added to the menu since you've come in?
It's hard to think about this. Honestly, I've fell in love with the Mai Tai. at Mai Kai because it's not what everybody else drinks as far as Mai Tais go.
The most divisive of all the tiki drinks.
Yeah. So
it's almost like they had a war over this.
Mai Kai war.
Yeah, everybody's heard that, but but yeah, I think now just like especially getting to see some of Mariano's like notes on everything, the reemergence of a Mai Tai that's not Trader Vic style is pretty cool to me.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more room to like, it's pretty secretive, but there's a lot more room to play. Whereas like the Trader Vic Mai Tai is more rum forward, which is good for here, or like something like a rum podcast. The Beachcomber style that Liquidini was doing has got a lot more ingredients and a lot more like I don't know. It's cool and it's cool.
Do you think that when it kind of went the way it did with the Mai Tai as a drink, do you think that the simplified, less ingredients version was kind of a conscious decision to like Tom, you and I know on Scenic, there was a paint process for some of the attractions that we work on that was like 300 steps. And like, cool, we can pull the same thing off in 8. And is it like one of those things where do you think it happened for efficiency or laziness? Or like when it goes that direction, what do you think is kind of the driving bit behind that?
I think I wouldn't say laziness. I would say a lot of it has to do with product and getting certain ingredients that are kind of weird. And a lot of people didn't have access to those kind of things.
That's fair, yeah.
I think that's mainly, and that's why we see like the bastardization of Mai Tais along throughout history anyways, because even orgeat's like hard to acquire in certain senses. So that's why you have these fruity grenadini type things that are called Mai Tais.
Well, and that's one of the things too, where you can get it, but are you getting good stuff? Are you getting bad stuff? And it'll totally throw off the nature of the taste.
I can't get rum fire, but I can get diesel.
Right. Well, that's the whole thing. I think the most important ingredient in a Mai Tai is the orgeat anyways. It's got to be. So,
and not like Di Serono.
Yeah.
Like when you see them, they try to like make a bastardized version, and they've got like some kind of almond liqueur in there.
That's not it. No.
Not the same thing. Okay, moving on. We'll bounce back and forth through these questions. But HLCF is the next one. You're getting different information on the bottle, so tell us what that says on the bottle.
I'm going to give Tommy a little Coke topper here. Okay, bottle says Hampton Light Continental flavored.
Fantastic. Words are hard. HLCF can be considered the threshold for high ester profiles. Also deeply rooted in the history of Hampton Estate's reputation as a high ester but balanced rum.
For those keeping score, this has an ester count of 400 to 600 GR per HLPA. What does that mean?
Grams per hectoliter. Something, I don't know. It's a lot.
Grams per hectoliter in Pennsylvania.
Yes, exactly.
The last one was 200 to 400, and then 80 to 120 before that. The first one we started with had an ester count of 40 to 80. So yeah, we have been ticking up the scale here.
Yeah. This stuff's starting to make my nose run. Okay, so...
this is like a Hot Ones challenge of rum tasting.
This is exactly like a Hot Ones. Yeah.
And it's funny. It's like, it's not like this is a taster of, like, here's the barrel age and here's the... No, this is the raw base.
It's the process.
Yeah, every one of these are clear.
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't their selection you got at the gift shop. This is kind of through the thing.
Yeah, I have to like really commend these people that blend these rums in Jamaica, like, or anywhere. Being able to like blend these 8 rums together to make something that's like extremely palatable is like pretty cool.
And to do it consistently. To be able to do it this barrel to that barrel to that barrel all the same, when all of the flavors that you get out of each of these changes through each one of the batches.
And when I meet these guys, it's like That's one of those ones you look them right in the eye and say, now that's a guy that knows where the bison grass grows. Scott just spit on the dashboard.
A little bit, just a little bit.
Finding bison grass on a Caribbean island is also a bit of a challenge.
Ooh, man, that one burned a little.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just burning off all the things that sense burning. I thought it was smoother than the last one.
This one's smoother. It's warm too. It's like it kind of like spreads across your tongue like a warmth.
I got that on the last one where that sip. I don't know. I'm going to make an odd reference. You ever see the Simpsons chili cook-off episode? It's one of my favorites.
Yes.
You're grinning like you know what I'm talking about.
I was thinking about the South Park chili cook-off episode.
The Simpsons one, Chief Wiggum makes a chili that's got this insanity pepper, and he barely touches it on his tongue, and then it kind of animates where the fire goes through his tongue. And that last one felt like the flavor just shot across my tongue and through my mouth. Tommy, that was a setup for you.
What'd you call me?
Yeah. I think Garrick would have said giggity, but
I thought giggity really hard.
This one just, that high ester, the content, like I'm feeling that, but I didn't get the sweetness that I got on the previous ones.
I think, too, when you're talking about esters, there's esters aren't all tasting the same. So there's different esters in there, too. So we're talking about... This one I felt like was a more concentrated certain thing they were trying to get, whereas the last one did have had more stuff in it. To me.
No, I know, absolutely.
By the way, we're also tracking. We're just over halfway through the episode, and we just passed the halfway mark. Next is going to be what's on my sheet as the greater than less than H.
I can confirm that is exactly what it says.
It is greater than less than H, or as the label says. Diamond H, but
okay,
in their little emoji font thing they use for the label maker, it's greater than or equal to H.
It doesn't say.
What is that diagram?
That is butyrate and
butyrate,
caparate. This one over here is
he's just making
very small. Acetate, ethyl, and others.
Acetate, ethyl, and others.
The acid, and then again, a very small print. Acetate, ethyl is 94.5%, and other is 5.5%.
This has an ester count of 900 to 1,000 grams per hectoliter of Pennsylvania.
What's the what's the description at the bottom? Because it'll probably say with the
made from molasses. It doesn't have a description on it. It's just
okay.
It has the full name, and it's Diamond H.
Okay,
is what they're going for.
For my little cheat sheet chart here is the Diamond H mark express in high percentage the intense flavors related to butyrate. Did I say that right? Butyrate. Butyrate.
Butyrate, yes.
Yeah, butyrate. Like ripe bananas and pineapples, very characteristic of the Hampton style. Definitely the starting point of very concentrated profiles.
Okay.
Corey's nodding. You can't hear that.
Yes, this is where it starts to taste like a finished Jamaican rum.
Is that what that said?
That's what he was thinking. I heard him think it.
Finnish as opposed to like Swedish?
Yes. Yes. The Swedish of the Jamaican rums is the best of.
Yeah, because nothing says rum like landlocked
Sweden.
Hey, we bought some Roaring Dan today, so.
Oh, Roaring Dan.
Milwaukee,
Oh,
Wisconsin
God.
is known for
You
its
know
rum
Roaring
production.
Dan?
I know Roaring Dan, yes.
Yeah. Well, let's get through this, and we'll.
Yeah, we have a fun Roaring Dan story for you.
So you know Milwaukee?
I don't know Milwaukee that well. I just know Roaring Dan because we had a couple bottles floating around 3 Dots for a while.
Ooh, what'd you do with it?
Pranks.
Here we
Hold
go.
on, is Roaring Dan's the Malort of the rum world?
No.
No,
That's Bacardi.
I'm not. No, it's not even that. I know what it is, but I'm not going to say.
Maple flavored. Okay, so what do we got here? We'll come back to Roaring Dan. This is sweet and smooth.
Yeah. It is sweet and smooth. There's a concentrated funk. Like there's a flavor note, but it's not diverse. It's right in the, hey, this tastes very much like a thing.
I almost need to taste like one of these a day to get a proper reading. Like,
Yeah, we're really muddling this up.
Like the torching that my tongue has taken. But you know what? Now, like once you burn off all the taste buds, you can actually really like get down to the.
I was going to say like the toothpaste.
You got to
Mouthwash.
go through all those weak taste buds. You don't need them mucking up the system.
Yeah. This is definitely fucked up anything left over from those that breakfast brunch thing that we had.
Yeah.
By the way, breakfast charcuterie is a thing.
Say it.
I had a Lunchable today. Does that count?
Yes.
It was a fancy one.
You know what? We grew up on Lunchables. Is there any surprise that we all have like charcuterie and crudité? And it was like, no, like it's a fucking Lunchable.
It was. We were groomed by Lunchables.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Capri Sun, boxed wine. They say that marijuana is as a gateway drug. No. Capri Suns and
Charcuterie.
well, and Lunchables. Anyway, you were saying.
As far as rum goes, this is the quintessential. Like, you're getting that banana flavor, and this is what they're going to add to these blends, 100%. Not everywhere I go in Tiki in Austin. And here at Mai Kai, we'll do like a Jamaican rum blend.
Yeah.
And this is something we'll do, I don't know, say like a 5-gallon batch of, and then we'll add like half a bottle of something like this to it. To
Interesting.
Just like get it, just because of issues of supply and all those kind of things.
Yeah.
Plus, like making your own Jamaican rum blend is kind of cool anyway. So you get consistency that way. And you get to use everybody's products instead of just one person's stuff.
Nice.
Kind of hedging your bet against distributor issues and things of that nature.
Exactly. And you can stay ahead of it, control costs better, all these kind of things. But this is the one thing, like stuff that tastes like this and stuff that like the El Rock we used actually a lot in our rum blends in Tiki in Austin. We wouldn't use a ton. We'd use a couple ounces for a 2.5 to 5 gallon batch, and it would open up in there. It would open up in there enough.
I love the idea of just making rum drinks by the gallon. It's way more efficient that way.
We do it when we do the barbecue. We do. I've got
the punch.
Yeah, for just a rum punch, generic pineapple juice and orange juice and rum, light and dark rum. I've got a 2.5 gallon jug that I can put in the refrigerator to keep it cold, but has a little like the water cooler nozzle on it. So when we do big parties at the house, we always do that, and then we serve it with crushed ice and a garnish.
Yeah, we'll show you some rum batches tonight when you guys are in. It's cool.
Okay, so moving on now, we're going to move to, this is number 6. Yeah, HGML, which I think is the cable that hooked up my monitor.
Yes, we need to switch the rum input to HGML too.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I got the sniffles now from all the.
I just had to blow my nose. My nose was running. Seriously.
Yeah. I thought this was a different kind of tasting.
This is going like wasabi. Like
Yeah. I'll say that last one was like I liked it more than the previous, but anyway. So real fast, while he's prepping this, our Roaring Dance. So we did an event through the Themed Entertainment Association up there in Milwaukee, and got to go to the different museums and stuff, and it was really great. But one of the extra stops we did was a tour of the Great Lakes Distillery, and it was interesting because one of the stories that they told is like a lot of what they were doing. A lot of the liquors that like it takes a little while. So for rum, you can turn around rum pretty quick, especially if it's not an aged rum. You can turn it around pretty quick. And so they did it as a product that they could start selling when they first started. And so here's Roaring Dan's, which is named after a Great Lake pirate, Roaring Dan. Well, have you been to
the only pirate from the Great Lakes?
Have you been to the Spy Bar?
Yes.
The Safe House. Yeah.
Yeah. So we went in there, And on the way up, because we were down in Chicago for meetings, and Garrick and I drove up from Chicago to Milwaukee for the event. And we stopped at that little cheese like the cheese place.
The Mars Cheese Castle.
There you go. And he's like,
it's not little.
He knows that I am a big fan of root beer, so he's like, you got to try Sprecher. Sprecher root beer is the best root beer ever. So we got it, and it was really good. Anyway, we ended up at the Safe House, and we sit down in this young bartender or a young waitress. No idea, whatever. And I'm like, hey.
The fact that she's young is very important to the story.
Yeah. So I'm like, I want to get a Roaring Dan's because it's like a caramel or butterscotch.
Yeah.
It's like one of those
maple. It's
maple. That's
maple.
it.
Maple.
It's very, very sweet. It's one of those post-processed. And I'm like, I want to try this with root beer. I think it might taste like butter beer or some shit like that. I'm like, great. So I said, can I get a Sprecher and Roaring Dan's? And I'm like thinking in my mind, like, bring me a rum and Coke, but use this rum and this soda. So they bring me a bottle of Sprecher that they had pulled because look at the bottle top. They pulled the bottle top and then tried to fill the bottle the rest of the way up with Sprecher.
And they realized that they filled the rest of it up with a shot of Roaring Dan. They realized they couldn't do it. So when the bottle contraption mixed thing came out, there was a little sidecar filled with just root beer because they had to empty some of the root beer into a different glass to fit the full shot of rum into the bottle.
Yeah. So I'm just like, just bring me a glass of ice. And they do it. And I just pour it all in the glass. And it was great. It was a great fucking drink. Very sweet.
We drank the Safe House out of Roaring Dan's.
Yeah. Yeah. But the funny thing is it took me 3 rounds of ordering where I waved a different waitress over this. What was her? Agent Orange?
The one we ended up with, yeah, I think.
Yeah, so she had waited on us a previous day, and we were home and says, listen, I just want like a rum and Coke, I want a 16-ounce glass of crushed ice with Sprecher root beer and a double shot of Roaring Dan's. And she's like, okay, I'll tell him what to. And then finally, after the 3rd round, was when we finally got just a glass of ice and a drink. And but it was such a great thing. So we named it the Double DNR, Double Dan's, and root beer.
Yeah.
But that was like we drank. They were so good.
That was season 1, episode 32 for the one with the agents. For anybody that's trying to find that one.
In 3.5 years now, we have not had a chance to go back and have this drink, and the Total Wine halfway down from Orlando had 1 bottle in stock.
Last bottle of Roaring Dan's for sale in Florida, as far as we know.
And we bought it this morning on the way down. That was the detour. So that,
wow.
Because I found a place in Orlando to get Sprecher root beer. And so here, like in a week or two, that's going to be our podcast drink, is to be drinking Double DNRs.
Get it? Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, we used to do quite a bit of rum tasting at 3 Dots, and that would be one of the ones we would put in there to throw each other off a little bit, or just be like, we'd have like 3 things like we're drinking right now, and then have one of those in the middle and just kind of throw each other off.
The Malort of rum.
We call that being warned. A whole other story. Let's get to this, and then we can tell you what warned means. Warren's laughing right now. Okay, so
Hi,
this
Warren.
is the HGML. This HGML was originally intended for blending on export markets with a high level of aromatic concentration and more intensity. It is predominant with the ethyl butyrate esters.
Hampton George McFarquad Lawson.
Lord Farquaad.
No. McFarquad?
Oh, you are? It really is that. I thought you were just making a fun acronym.
No, it really is.
Hampton George McFarquhar Lawson. What'd you call me?
It's like the worst law firm ever.
Yeah. Is there anybody else? Either that, I just, like, when you say it, I hear it in John Lithgow's voice. What?
This has an ester count of 1,000 to 1,100 grams per hello, Pennsylvania.
Fucking idiots all. Anyway, HTML.
This one's delicious.
Yeah. This got some funk. That's why you like it.
Hung guys make love. HGML.
Yeah. No, this is... This is really good. This is the first one of the lineup. This is the first one where I'm like, oh, this is that solid classic Jamaican funky rum.
Yeah.
Where,
It's also a type of internet coating.
Yeah. I mean, this is the ethyl butyrate for sure. But yeah, I mean, you get this is where the start of the rotten-ish fruit starts to come in. I feel like, or not, or not necessarily rotten, but overripe fruit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's actually
medium
really
dunder.
good. That's a really good way to describe it.
Medium dunder on that one, which is funny because I don't know what any of this means, but
At least you're reading with purpose.
the alcoholic fermentation, there's 5. Dead wash.
5. Whoa,
there's 10 dead washes, totaling
The sequel's better.
15 of fermentations.
Dead Wash and Dunder is like the worst superhero mashup ever.
It's like a spinoff of The Office.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Man, all sniffly. We're breaking Cory. You got to go to work.
I think the rum's also breaking me already.
Yeah, we're getting out of that. It's a good lineup.
Yeah. Anyway,
we got pretty broken. What was that, Thursday or Wednesday?
This week has been something else. We had Rum Congress in town, and then
Oh yeah, that's right, Rum Congress.
Last weekend was like tons of drinking.
we got to commit to come. Like we say this, and then Tommy doesn't remind us when things are coming up.
This is the one where someone posted a picture. Rum Travelers, I think, posted a picture of their wristband, and it was like nerd rum or rum nerd. It was like a rum nerd wristband. I'm like, seriously?
Hello?
How did
Rum
I not
Nerds
know about
Unite.
this? Yeah,
Literally our brand, and we aren't. By the way, was there a ho 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 rum?
No, not this year.
Yeah, we were like,
The ho 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 holiday home tour.
yeah.
No.
We were wondering, like, did that just not happen, or did we
I
not
mean,
get invited?
you were just so much last year that we rescinded your. I'm just kidding.
And I wouldn't find that hard to believe.
No, you were not the problem last year. That was that drunk guy at the end of the night that was about to have a fight with my father in the street.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was. Oh,
That wasn't you drinking Malort?
this time no.
Cory, I love that you know about Malort. I'm not
A bartender from Chicago.
Been to Chicago, yeah.
Right. But just that fact that Tommy likes it. He's the only person
Tommy
I know that
Likey.
likes it.
Yeah, you didn't know about that? About
Oh, he knows.
Oh, I know.
He's well aware.
Is that how Tommy introduces himself? Hey, oh, you're from Chicago? I love Malort.
I think actually, yes.
What's fun is, when did you get here? November? October?
September.
Yeah, we've we become fast friends and we're a really bad influence on each other. But
What?
we have a really good time.
Love of rum and long beards.
So my big question with Malort, because usually it's, hey, everything tastes better when you get it from the source. Does Malort taste worse when you get it from the source, and it betters the further away? Let that sit on a shelf for a few years.
What's funny is the very first time I had Malort was in Chicago, and I thought I was going to die. It was like I swallowed that like a lead balloon. I asked the bartender.
Everybody can clearly remember their first time trying Malort.
Yeah, it was.
I was in a hotel room in Chicago recording this show.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have it on tape.
It melted the paper cups. Like the wax cup, it melted it. It came undone.
Yeah, I was at the rooftop bar that's across from Cheeto Tower. The long.
I know what you're talking. I stay there.
I know. Sorry.
I've stayed in that hotel.
I have a great video of me going oh, we have this beautiful hotel room with a river view, and I open the curtain, and I'm at that level.
Me, yes, I've been in that room.
And I was like, it's such a beautiful. But we're at the rooftop bar, and I was like, hey, I've been told I need to get a shot of Malort, and the bartender, like every Chicago bartender, is like, oh, okay. So he pours me like a double shot and sets it in front of me, and I'm like, I look at Carrie, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I got a double shot. Oh, fucking asshole.
He's not doing me a favor.
He's not doing me a favor. The first sip was like, I took too big of a swig off of it, and literally I felt like I was swallowing like a pool cue ball. It just gunk. oh, and it almost came right back. And
that's because your body's like, oh no,
this is no bueno.
Review from that bar.
Return to sender.
Probably, yeah.
Let's see.
What's it called? What's that name? It's like Longhouse or?
Oh yeah.
But because like right there, I intentionally did the shot where you didn't have to see the.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
What is this one? Is this C greater than less than H?
This is C greater than less than H.
Less than greater than H. Diamond, yeah.
C Diamond H.
C Diamond Phillips.
It's not a stripper.
Cocaine is greater than less than heroin.
1980s actor C Diamond Phillips, who famously was it's the love child of C. Thomas Howell and Lou Diamond Phillips. Is a rare mark due to its extreme intensity. It uses a similar production process to HTML. I intentionally said that wrong. And has a similar aromatic profile, but with an even higher ester count.
This has an ester count of 1,300 to 1,400 grams per helipad.
Just go back real fast. What was the first one, the ester count for the first one we started out?
I think the first one is water at this point.
40 to 80.
Jeez.
40 to 80, and we're now at 1,400.
Yeah. And this is number 7 of 8. Episode's going to go long. I'm preparing the listeners.
It's rather smelly.
It's what?
It's rather smelly.
Oh God.
This has high or medium molasses, high cane juice vinegar, high dunder addition, medium water content, because water just dilutes it all, right? And there's actually a column here I didn't read earlier. Muck addition, M-U-C-K, muck.
Yeah.
This has high muck.
I don't like the post muck. I like the natural muck, but
this has a lot of post muck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that rapper.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, have you heard his most recent album?
Have you heard the new post muck song?
Yeah.
Dunder.
Dunder pile. Yeah.
Dunder pile.
Oh. If you haven't heard that last episode with Tommy, just don't listen to it because you never can unhear. You can't unlearn Dunder.
I'm assuming he knows.
I was talking to the listeners.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like
when I explained what a Dunder pit is. Yeah. Oh
so,
yeah.
Moving on. Okay, so this is C Diamond H. Strong.
This is not meant for human consumption. I have a feeling.
I need to blow my nose again.
Oh, yeah, this is strong.
Yeah.
You're over there doing the wiggles.
Oh.
I mean, I like it, but it's like you spray it on top of a drink, or you add it as a half percent to a full batch of something, or something like that.
Yeah.
What is this?
Fire.
60%
APV.
You add like 2 drops of it to your rum cake at Christmas time, kind of thing.
Ooh,
yeah.
That sounds actually good.
Oh.
And there's still one more.
And it's stronger. Let's hit it because
it goes to 11.
This is the bomb of the. Or if we're going hot ones challenge, this is the bomb.
Yeah. Now we're gonna do the last dab.
Okay, while he's prepping this one, back to you, Cory. Tonight, while we're at, are you working tonight, or are you just gonna hang out with us?
Probably. That's my job, is to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't have
if you're not hanging out with us, then we're going to feel rejected as customers, and that's you can't have that.
Do you normally like hang at a certain bar, or do you just work the room?
I get about 25,000 steps in a day going between the 3 bars.
That's a lot of steps.
Yes.
That's not 2,500.
Like, damn it, Tommy, why'd you build
the
these
full zeros?
Yeah.
Wow. So tonight, when we get over there and we have our first drink, I'm going to allow you to order my first drink. What are you going to order?
Do you have any allergies or dietary restrictions?
I'm borderline diabetic, but no.
Oh, you'll be fine then. My favorite drink on the menu right now, I had 2 of them today. We were doing a little photo shoot. I like the Cobra's Kiss because it's classic Don the Beachcomber style drink, like rum, Pernod, citrus. Deep Sea Diver is, I think, where it's at, like where we're at. It's a good starter too. I think it's a good base level.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deep Sea Diver. If it's Pearl Diver Riff from Don the Beachcomber, Gardenia. So it's a butter-based drink that's cold. I know it sounds weird, but
you
it's,
had me at butter.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
It's called the Paula Deen. Okay, so this last one's called Doc, D-O-K. It just that sounds like a fucking Sith Lord drink. Doc is D-O-K. What does it say on the bottle? What's that mean?
Dermot Owen Kelly Larson.
When the walls fell.
Yeah.
I turned that into a nerd reference.
With arms wide. Yeah.
Yes.
Dermot Owen Kelly
Yeah.
Lawson. Yeah, again, another law firm.
And Jalad when the walls fell. Okay, Doc is the highest ester rum of Hampton Estate. How many esters?
This is 1,500 to 1,600 Georgias per helipile.
It just keeps getting worse. And all in Jamaican, a legendary mark, Doc reaches the maximum legal limit of high ester rum. Tasting Doc neat is an extreme, but very formative experience.
I'm sorry, hold on. You legally can only have esters up to... there's like a limit on esters?
Apparently. That's what
I
this
think
says.
it's a Jamaican limit. I
A
think.
Jamaican limit?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, it's like the German Bavarian beer purity law thing.
No more, man.
You're breaking Corey's over there laughing. Listen, you're allowed to laugh at this shit. We're funny. Okay.
These two ester.
No.
Oh, God. Even though.
Woo. My nose is broken.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Absolutely.
This is fun.
So, I'm Corey. You don't know this about me. I am 100% liver. I have no internal organs that aren't liver, and
it's swollen that large.
7 Irishmen died for me to have this liver. Is what happened. But
His liver comes with a slightly
but
smaller
this,
liver.
holy, yeah, it's like a garnish on a Bloody Mary.
Akole Maluna.
Hakuna Matata.
Akole Maluna.
Mabuhay.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
I actually kind of like this more than the last one.
It took all the moisture out of my mouth.
No, this one's got a sweetness again.
It does have a sweetness.
It does.
Wow.
Greg's right. It like came full circle and it's back into the sweet realm.
Don't inhale when you take a sip of it because it just like charred my throat. Yeah?
This one's good.
All right, I'm going back in.
I could have this on the rocks.
No, I don't rock.
I don't want that, but it is. But it is.
You do you, man.
It is tasty.
It is making me sniffle a lot.
I don't use ice on rum straight.
No?
No.
Some of them need it.
I think these would all be very interesting to do with a little bit of ice
And a little dilution.
Yeah, because we're tasting these at 60% too.
So
coming soon from Rum and Nerdy.
Would you like a drop of water? I got water.
Yeah.
So here's an interesting thing. Like, what do we do with this now? Like, how much of these did we drink? A half of each or a third of each? What? How much?
Probably
how much?
A third, I would say it.
Like, what do we do with this now? Part of me says, like, we come back the next time we come, we do a Cory challenge. We bring it back and let him like make some drinks out of these.
That's the least worst idea you've ever had.
He leans in and goes, no. No.
No, I think that would be fun, actually. I don't know what to do in any way right now, but we could. Yeah, it would be fun.
That's absolutely a tomorrow Corey's problem.
It'd be fun to do this at the Akole Maluna bar at the Mai Kai, like with all the ingredients and everything, like your whole arsenal.
We just don't have time to do it today. But
yeah, it's not a today thing. But invite Kern back and really put him through his paces.
The water really didn't open it up at all.
No.
It just made more for you to have to drink.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, no, that's accurate. I feel like it's as open as it's going to get. Yeah.
Much like my sinuses.
Yeah. I can fucking breathe. I know that.
I think I like the flavors because it's like things we know about rum and things we like about the rums things that we like about the rums that we like. At the same time, it's so concentrated.
It is.
That it's not something that's generally meant to be drank by normal people.
No.
So
But this was exactly the experience that we wanted out of it.
No, I love this. This is great.
And honestly, I don't know that we could have gotten. Paused for picture. I don't. Everybody's like, "What happened? Did the podcast stop recording?" No, I don't think that we could have gotten as much out of this without your help. Like, we needed you here to explain Esther.
Yeah, I think.
He's like, thank you.
Yeah, thank
Is
you.
he complimenting me? Yes, I'm
Yeah, I don't take those very well. I don't know. It's crazy. This would be this is a cool thing with anybody that knows what they're talking about rum, but I think just being able to like talk about it in more of a layperson situation is kind of nice as well, instead of just getting completely nerdy about it.
Absolutely.
Well, that's like, we get nerdy, but not like, we couldn't talk science about it. Like, you know, if we're going to say, oh, this is a Solara and this is, like, we know what we're talking about, but like I think the
ethyl butyrate or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't even say it now.
You know, like, how many hydrocarbons does this have per joule, and how many esters per Pennsylvania, or whatever.
You know what? If we ever go to one of those hardcore rum snob nerd event things, we should make up our own unit. And really go in there, and it's like, oh no, this one has like 1,300 joules per coulomb.
Beverly's.
Oh, Beverly's, yeah.
I love Beverly.
You also like Beverly?
I do.
You like Malort and Beverly?
Absolutely.
You're talking about Beverly soda.
broken.
I'm talking about Beverly Crusher.
Oh, no, I love Beverly soda.
I was talking Beverly soda.
Yeah.
No.
My wife loves it too, but she hates Malort, so.
You love Beverly and Malort. What is wrong with you?
I want Beverly
this
with
asshole
gin.
keeps trying to redo Malort into something else to get me to try it. And I will no longer
Beverly,
ever. He's like, but this one's been bacon washed, and this one's the holiday edition. I won't ever drink it.
I have
again.
bacon washed Malort. I still have some left over. I need to get it to you.
I had Malort whiskey the other day.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they have a whiskey. And it's good.
Hey, we feel like we've dominated shitting on the liqueur market. We need to shit on the whiskey market. So
Yeah. Do you know what this whiskey needs?
Malort beer.
It's called Budweiser.
Last week I did make my lead bartender, Michael, he made a cocktail that tasted like Malort soda. It was with the Reunion Grand Arome, and it was a Jungle Bird riff or whatever, milk punch clarified, and yeah, it tasted like Malort soda, but in a good way, as they say.
I'm gonna have to trust you. And
We have some on tap. We have some on tap. You're gonna try it tonight.
I'm not.
Yes.
If it's
Oh,
Malort,
is that the yeah, that one's good. It's like a milk punch. Yeah. Oh man.
Do not.
It's
If it's
fucking
got
awesome.
Malort in it, like
it doesn't have
literally-
Malort in it. No,
You just said it
No,
tasted like-
tasted like Malort. It doesn't
Then I
have
don't want
Malort.
it. I can't
But it
want
tastes
it.
good. It's like good Malort. It's like
There's no such thing.
Shh, there's little parts of it that are good.
It's good. It's good. I
broke Greg
promise.
for all of Malortdom.
It's been resting for a week. It's fine.
Yeah, so do my gym socks, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna put them in my mouth.
Well, you should send them up to the Malort distillery because they need them for the filtering process.
They do. Okay. Listen, I know. Looking at this time, we've got to get you dressed.
Yeah.
and
We got to get you to the church on time.
getting
I have to go renew my vows and drink a Sidewinder's Fang. That's my favorite drink on the menu, by the way.
Sidewinder?
Thanks for asking.
We'll have all of them. Okay. So I'm going to wrap this up really quick because we're already over. Listen, Cory, thanks for being on. I'm so glad you came over, made the episode.
Do you have anything you want to plug?
We're going to be doing a kind of new menu at Bora Bora Bar at Mai Kai pretty soon. So just more I don't know, I'd say outside style drinks as opposed to like the inside style, like tiki drinks that we do at Mai Kai that are ubiquitous to this spot.
Social media, is there a website that they can follow for updates?
Maikai.com or Mai Kai at Instagram. I have no idea.
Mai Kai Restaurant.
Yeah, Mai Kai Restaurant. I'm C-Star at Mai Kai. I'm going to start doing a lot more stuff on there as well.
Cool.
So
great.
Yeah.
And I have to ask, is this a peanut butter jelly time banana tattoo on your arm?
It's not. Coincidentally, it's a monkey shoulder thing we did at New Orleans Tales of the Cocktail. So we all got banana tattoos. I have a drunken banana that's drinking some sort of alcohol.
You like the front one.
But this one on my forearm is a Smith and Cross.
Yeah. So like me some Smith and Cross. Awesome.
Smith
Okay,
and Cross.
Tommy, you want to plug your shit?
Follow me, Typhoon Tommy, Instagram. Finishing up Mai Kai. I got a couple cool things in the works. One of them is a very cool new Orlando drinking location.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear about that.
We are officially moving my baby.
For those
Really?
for those
Yes.
for those that know, they know.
Yeah.
But don't say it.
But
out
we
loud.
won't say
Yeah.
it out loud.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
moving
To its own.
and in the greater Orlando area.
Holy shit. Okay.
I know, right?
Cool. Well, we'll leave it at that. Otherwise, check us out at our website, rumandnerdy.com. That's rumandnerdy.com.
Social media is we're at Rum and Nerdy, also AND.
You can you can email us, show@rumandnerdy.com, and we love to hear emails from you. And we know that we postponed the Dear Rum and Nerdy, but we're still taking submissions if you want to do it.
Swing by the Fort Lauderdale Mall to check out DJ Molly Mall at the Dillard's. He spins 11 to noon most weekdays.
Yeah, that was freaking crazy. Anyway, and of course we can't.
Corey's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Yeah, we'll explain later. We can't not end an episode without thanking our brother from another mother, Dave Martin.
DemoDavePro.com.
Love that guy out in Vegas, and hopefully see you soon. Otherwise, what do we always end this with? And I don't remember. You never remember. Just fucking do it.
I'm usually drunk by the end of the fucking show.
You are. You actually are.
Stay nerdy, my friends.
There's history there at the Mai Kai. The place is as old as time. It dates from the dawn of the Mai Tai. It's still in its elegant prime. Good times abound at the Mai Kai, a bar where the fun never ends. Even if you are a shy guy, you're sure to make plenty of friends. Stroll into the Mai Kai, have a bite or just get sauced, but bring a map and compass or you're liable to get lost.
No, my family's gone, my dog hates me, and I can't remember what happened last night. Was I here?
You came in saying you really needed to forget something, so I mixed you up the most powerful drink I got. The Forget-Me Shot.
A forget-me shot. Never heard of it.
Yeah, that means it worked. No one ever remembers. That's why I made this video, to explain the process. You start with a splash of Jägermeister, then add slow gin,
Got that.
triple sec,
Right.
quadruple sec,
Yeah.
gunk from a dog's eye, absolute pickle,
Pickle.
the red stripe from Aquafresh, and the funniest ingredient, the venom of the Louisiana lobotomore. You stir it with a home pregnancy test till it turns positive, and presto, the Forget-Me Shot.